Okay, guys, I could not wait until I had to get done. I had to wait because it was very, as he said, he was a very good game. 5-4 Yankees, very well done by the 1927 or the 1920s Bronx Bombers over the 1960 Chicago Cubs. He says he's going to put the 1969 Cubbies up here, the best one. The other great choke artists of the 1960s, along with the Philadelphia Phillies. And he is going to do that with against the 1927 Murderers Row. Hopefully he's got the. I hope he has Wade Boyd or somebody pitching in there. One of the great pitchers I would love to see again. Same thing with the Cubs. They had some fantastic pitchers. Okay, I have got one running, and I cannot let this one walk, guys. So that's why I apologize for stepping in between Al. What you're looking at are the stats as of the 29th of April. There are 2 games left to go on the 29th. I've played 2 already. So what you are seeing here is this Pittsburgh right now holds first place in 1965. Okay, St. Louis won back in the National League. Cincinnati's 1.5. They just got done with the 7-1 pacing of the Chicago Cubs. And was able to beat them. Over in the American League, the Chicago White Sox are the surprise team. The Hitless Wonders are leading by a game and a half over the then California Angels. My beloveds are like 4-5. I'm a Red Sox fan, everybody knows. Minnesota and the LA Dodgers end up winning this one. But this is the game, guys. I can't let this one walk. Alright? Guys, this is the San Francisco Giants at the LA Dodgers. Let's hope finally the dice will play for us and we will get a pitcher's duel. It is Juan Marichal of the San Francisco Giants versus Don Drysdale of the LA Dodgers. I cannot let this one go, guys. I do apologize. So, Al, I do apologize to you. If you happen to jump in, you'll know where I'm at. Okay? Again, I do enjoy this. I'm hoping Beatles, if he shows up, he will enjoy this too. Lately, though, when I do have pitchers duels I think are great pitchers duels, my dice just go nuts. I've had 2-1 games, a lot of them here lately. I've had a lot of cardiac games off in the black, so I do apologize. Okay. We'll go through the records as we go along here, so let's play everything by ear. We're going to start off by allow me to set up the lineups here. As we always do, the lineups are set up. Now, let me show you a couple things before I go any further, all right? And we're going to start off with the LA Dodgers. Okay, their batting averages. There we go. Other than Hector Valle, but pretty much Wally Moore's been a pinch hitter this year. Pretty much you've got anywhere from 310 down to Jeff Tolborg's 133. The pitchers have not been hitting, except for Don Drysdale. He is a 273 hitter with an RBI. Pitching-wise, Don Drysdale is 1-1 with 3.41 ERA. He has 30 strikeouts, 5 walks. He's given up 3 long balls in this league here. He has 1 hit batter. He has completed 2 games in this 4-game stint. And that is Don Drysdale. The Giants have been the hard luck team. Juan Marichal is 1-2, but he has 27 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's given up 2 runs, but he only has a 2.05 ERA. He has been the victim of lack of run support, though he does have a shutout. If I remember right, that was a 1-0 game. Let me take a look here at the San Francisco lineup. Let's see what that game was. It was a shutout for Juan Marichal. It was. He was on one side of the shutout by Joe Gibbon of the Pirates on the 21st that I had playoff in the black. I play a lot of games in the black, by the way, guys, so bear with me. And he's thrown a shutout. He threw a 4-0 shutout against the Mets on the 17th of April here. And that's where we are at. Let's have a ball game, guys. First coming up to bat is Matty Lou. Matty Lou this year, he's playing left field for the San Francisco Giants. The Dodgers defense is Maury Wills at short, Wes Parker at first. Willie Davis will be at center field. Tommy Davis, another one who cannot catch a ball, will be at left. Ron Fairley is at right. Johnny Roseborough will be the catcher. No, this is not that game, by the way, between the Dodgers and the Giants, so just so you know. Jim Lefevre will be at second base. That happened in September, by the way. Dick Tracewski will be at third. Don Drysdale is on the mound. For the Giants, Matty Lou will be at left. Hal Lanier is at second. Willie Mays is at center field. Willie McCovey is at first base. The last game I played with these two guys, they lost 6-4 to Philadelphia, and it's the first time that Mays and McCovey have hit home runs in the same game. Jesus Alou is at right field. Jim Rayhart's at third. Tom Haller is the catcher, and Jose Pagan is the shortstop with Juan Marichal, the pitcher. Here we go, folks. The first pitch of the game by Don Drysdale, and here we go. It is a 24. And he strikes out Matty Alou to start the game off. Due up here is Hal Lanier. We are at Dodger Stadium, by the way. Here's the pitch. It is a 35. And he has struck out Lanier. This is how my game's been going, guys. I love them. Willie Mays is our batter. He is batting .250. 7 home runs, 15 RBIs. He leads the National League in both categories. Here is the pitch. 65, and he hits a high foul out heading over towards first base. Parker steps over into the foul line, gets over on the other side of the coach's box, makes the play. We have 3 down, a 1-2-3 inning for the LA Dodgers. And before I get stupid, because you know how, guys, I love reporting the game, let me write that down. All right. Of course, I have no names over here, but we'll get them as we go along. Everybody knows how I write. Just so everybody knows, I have the handwriting of a serial killer. Alright, and I do apologize for the raspy voice. I've been battling just a little bit of a cold. And I get tired easily, so bear with me, guys, alright? Coming up to bat for the LA Dodgers is Maury Wills, Wes Parker, and Willie Davis. Maury Wills is our batter. He is batting .269, no runs, 3 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Wills. It is a 34, and he has a chance. He's got contact on the ball. Which way will it go? Will be a strikeout. He has hit a high fly out on a routine fly ball heading out towards center field. Willie Mays is waiting for it to come down. Makes the play. We have 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. Due up is Wes Parker. Wes Parker is batting .226 for the Dodgers. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs this season. Here is the pitch. It is a 64. And Juan Marichal has struck out Wes Parker. Fine pitching by both pitchers so far, starting the game off. Willie Davis is up to bat. He's batting .294. So far, has yet to jack one out of the park. In my 1961 league, he's doing just a little better on the home run part, worse on the batting average. Here is the pitch. 41. And he hits to our shortstop, Pagan. Pagan's able to scarf it up. Fires over towards first. Covey scoops it up. We have 3 down. At the end of the first inning, it is no runs, no hits, no errors for the Dodgers. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Giants. Coming up to bat for the New York Giants is Willie McCovey, Jesus Alou, and Jim Rayhart. Willie McCovey's batting .298. He has 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Here is the pitch from Drysdale. It's a 64, and Willie Mays hits toward the ground ball. Will's able to pick it up quickly. Fires over towards Parker. Gets McCovey up on the play. We have 1 down. Due up, Jesus Alou. Jesus Alou's batting .375 for the Giants. I believe he's their top batter this year so far. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Yes, some of my batting averages are exaggerated, but they will come down as the season goes on. I know that. It is a 32. And Jesus Alou hits over towards Lefevre. Lefevre's able to get over there, over behind the bag. Fires over to Parker for the out, and we have 2 down. Due up is Jim Rayhart. Jim Rayhart is batting .220. He has 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Well, the Giants do have the power. They just aren't getting a lot of hits. Here is the pitch. 66. And I lied on that one there because that one is heading out over towards the right field fence over at Chavez Ravine. Sending it out is Jim Rayhart. All Ron Fairley can do is just watch it fly. And we have the first run of the game for the San Francisco Giants. A home run by Jim Rayhart. Do believe that is his 4th of the season. And due up will be the catcher, Tom Haller. Tom Haller's batting .207 for the Giants this year. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Here is the pitch. 65. And he has made contact with the ball. 43. And he hits a high pop up again over on the left on the foul side for Willie McCovey to scarf up. He makes the easy catch. We have 3 down. Or for Wes Parker. However, the Giants do get a run on board with 1 hit, the home run by Jim Rayhart. Coming to bat will be for the Dodgers will be Tommy Davis, Ron Fairley, and Johnny Roseboro. And Tommy Davis so far this season is batting 192 for the Dodgers. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It's a 24. And Marichal has struck out Davis. That is his second strikeout of the game also, as with Drysdale. Coming to bat will be Ron Fairley's batting 277 in his right field capacity, also as a pinch hitter. Here is the pitch to Fairley. 13. And he is walked on 4 straight pitches. That is the first walk given up in the game. John Roseboro is at the plate here. There is one down. John Roseboro is batting .310, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. He is the man for the Dodgers this season so far. Here is the pitch. 65. And he has made contact. 56. That's not going to happen. And he hits a pop-out towards the backstop. Going back that way is Haller. Haller was able to make the grab before he gets into the screen. And we have 2 down. Coming up is Jim Lefevre. And here is the pitch. 14. And another possible one. He's made contact. Let's see what happens with it. 14. And he hits a fly out again. It's heading out that way towards Willie Mays. Willie Mays steps back a few paces out there in the center field. Makes the catch, and we have 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the LA Dodgers at the end of 2. It is San Francisco 1, the LA Dodgers nothing. Coming to bat will be Jose Pagan, Juan Marichal, and back to the top, the order, Matty Alou. Jose Pagan's batting 172 so far this season. He has no home runs, 3 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It's a 46, and he hits it to our shortstop, Maury Wills. Maury Wills sends out over towards second base side, scarfs at the ball, plants his feet, and fires away. He have 1 down. Juan Marichal's up to bat. He's batting 200 for the Giants. No home runs, no RBIs. He has 2 singles into his repertoire. Here's the pitch. 35. And Drysdale strikes him out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Don Drysdale to go along with no walks. 2 up to here will be Matty Alou. Matty Alou struck out the first time up in the first inning. Here is the pitch. 65. And possible contact. Here's the pitch. Here's the bat. And he fouls out himself, heading over towards West Parker. This is the 3rd foul out to West Parker. This game, Drysdale has got them swinging late and swinging low. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the LA Dodgers. And there's no runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Giants at the end of 2.5. It is San Francisco 1, the LA Dodgers nothing. Coming to bat for the Dodgers will be Dick Tracewski, Don Drysdale, and back to the top of the order with Maury Wills. That's Lou, Matty, Hallinier. God, I know these guys as if I was watching them again when I was a kid. Yeah. Okay. Dick Tracewski's batting 222 for the Dodgers. Here is the pitch. 36. And he has got the possible hit coming in there. 52. And he hits a pop-out. That was a very weakly hit pop-up to our second baseman, Hallinier. And Hallinier is able to make the catch. Due up will be Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale's batting 273. He does have an RBI. All of his hits have been singles. Here is the pitch. And that is a 35. And he hits a base hit out towards it. Gets over the shortstop's head, in between shortstop and our left fielder. Matty Alou puts it back up, fires it back into the shortstop Hagan. And Don Drysdale is on with the first hit of the game for the LA Dodgers. Seems to be he has to help his own cause. That is going to happen. Here is the pitch. Maury Wills is up, 1 down. Here in the bottom 3rd, here's the pitch. It is a 12. And Maury Wills has made possible contact. And he hits it out towards right field. Waiting for it will be Jesus Alou. And he makes the grab. Don Drysdale will stay at first base. He's not the fastest runner in the world. He's also not the slowest either. Oh, that's one of my pens. I'll be damned. There we go. Okay, I got another one. Okay, due up here will be Wes Parker. Wes Parker struck out his first time up. Here is the pitch to Parker, and it is a 52. And Marichal has struck him out a second time this game. That is the third strikeout for Marichal, I believe. Yep. No runs, no, one hit, one run left on base at the end of 3 innings here in our game. We have the the San Francisco Giants 1, the LA Dodgers nothing. Coming to bat will be Hallinier, Willie Mays, and Willie McCovey. Hello, Al. Thought you'd like this one here. That's why I did this. I didn't want to interrupt you, and that's exactly how I sped it. I waited for your game to get done first before I started because I liked your game. 5-4. Very nicely done. Very nice game. I hope you're enjoying playing with the bones. It does make a difference because you have to manage. To me, you have to manage a little bit harder because you got to play for both teams now, in a way. In Digital Dime, you don't. I don't know if the manager in the team and over there for you, or did they? Did you have a manager on one of the teams? That's a good question to ask. If you didn't, then you know you got to play for both teams. This game here, you got to play both teams. So I got to be as fair as I can be. And I try not to show bias, though I do in the National League. I've always liked the Giants. I don't know why, but I've always liked them. Oh, okay. He did well against you. Did have a good team, the Cubs. The 69 Cubs, the second best choke artists in the 1960s, right behind the Philadelphia Phillies in their 10-game crush in 1964 that allowed the Cardinals to win and beat the Yankees 4-3. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Coming to bat is Hallinier. He is struck out in the first. Here is the pitch by Don Drysdale. It's a 53. Hallinier hits it over towards Maury Wills. Maury Wills fires over towards first, pulls Parker off the bag, and Hallinier will be safe on the air by Maury Wills. We have nobody out here in top first. Willie Mays is our batter. He popped up to Wes Parker in the first inning. Here is the pitch. 31. And Willie Mays hits a weak hit, but he's just enough. Gets in between Drysdale and our third baseman. And he gets out there on an infield hit. Lanier will take second base. Willie Mays just beat it out. We have nobody out. We have Willie McCovey out. Top of the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. First time Drysdale really is into any form of trouble. It is a 65. And Willie McCovey hits it high in the air. Goes back towards the plate. Roseboro gets out. Gets over there. Throws his mask to the side. Makes the catch. We have one down. And that is a 2F. There we go. Okay. Jesus Lou is up. Jesus Lou, his first time up, grounded to our second baseman, Jim Lefevre. Here is the pitch. It's a 32. And infield fly rule goes into effect on a high pop-up. It's heading towards Lefevre. He will make the easy play. They still do make the catch. They don't want to embarrass themselves in something like this. And we have 2 down. Coming to bat will be Jimmy Hart. I was right. It was his 4th home run of the season. It goes along with 12 RBIs. Here is the pitch. Jimmy Hart. He home runs. He has scored the only run of the game. Home run. 35-2 Jimmy Hart. And he also hits for some reason a weak hit. Drysdale's just firing away. The bats are getting weak. That just stays down the dribbler. He did clap out a Baltimore chop. It gets high up in the air. Roseboro has to wait for it to come down. And Hart will take first. Bases are loaded with Giants on 2 infield hits and an error. Coming to bat is the catcher, Tom Haller. Here is the pitch. 36, and Haller has made contact. Let's see what happens here. 24, however, he hit it straight to Parker. Parker's able to snare the ball in, and that is 3 down. But the Dodgers got away with one. The Giants left 3 runners on 2 hits in the air by Maury Wills at the end of 3.5 innings. It is the San Francisco Giants 1. The LA Dodgers nothing. Due to bat for the Dodgers is Willie Davis, Tommy Davis, and Ron Fairley. We are here at the bottom of the 4th inning here at Chavez Ravine. Willie Davis is up to bat. He grounded out to the shortstop first time up. Here is the pitch. 46 on him, and he is struck out by Marichal. That is Marichal's 4th strikeout of the game. Due up to bat will be Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis struck out his first time. He is now below the Mendoza line. Here is the pitch. 41, I believe he keeps right on going. He hits a ground ball to our shortstop, Jose Pagan. Pagan's able to get it, grab it up, fire it over towards first. Tommy Davis is out on 6-3. Surprised, this is the man who won the batting title for the LA Dodgers 2 years in a row. Ron Fairley walked his first time up. Here is the pitch to Fairley. It's a 24. And Marichal strikes him out again. Strikes out for his 5th strikeout of the game. Coming to bat, we are at the end of 4 innings. It is the Giants 1, the Dodgers nothing. Due up for the San Francisco Giants is Jose Pagan, Juan Marichal, and Matty Alou. We have a great game. Oh my God. I've got the hockey game on, Al. I've got the Capitals and Pens. They're in a 3-3 tie. There's 6:05 left in the 3rd period. These two teams don't like each other. They have just nothing but hit all night. Fantastic game. Well, Kimbrel's due for a blown save. Let's see what happens. The Royals, Al, if you ever look at the history of the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox, the Royals have had the Red Sox's number. They're one of the few teams. They had them in the 80s, a good chunk of the 90s, where the Minnesota Twins had the Red Sox's number back in the 60s quite a bit. I got to watch the, in 1969, my mom got us tickets to go see the Red Sox and the Royals. We were on third base side. Box seats, too, believe it or not. Nice seats. And the Red Sox won 8-4. I watched Rico Petrocelli hit 2 home runs that day. One over the wall, one over the monster, and the other one out into the Red Sox bullpen. He had a fantastic game. Yastrzemski hit one out, too. Great game, great. It was a beautiful game. It was right before they traded Harrelson away. Anyway, here we go, guys. Oh, God, those were good times back then when I was a kid. Got to watch Lou Piniella play, too. I thought that was interesting. Okay, here we go. Jose Pagan's up. He has ground out to the shortstop. Maury Wills' first time up. Here is the pitch. It's a 35. And Drysdale has struck him out. That is Drysdale's 3rd strikeout of the game, or 4th strikeout. 4th strikeout of the game. Coming to bat is Juan Marichal. He struck out his first time up. Here is the pitch. 32. And he hits towards our second baseman, Lefevre. Lefevre drifts over towards his left, and he just makes an easy toss to Parker for the out. We have 2 down. Due up will be Matty Alou. Matty Alou has struck out and popped out to Wes Parker. Here is the pitch. 25. And he hits a high pop-up heading towards third base. Tristan Trzaskowski gets down underneath. A nice Major League pop-up. And we have 3 away. At the end of 4.5, it is New York, yeah. San Francisco Giants 1, the LA Dodgers nothing. For the Giants so far, I hear Marichal has just pitched brilliantly. We'll get some lineups real quick at the end of the 5th inning so we can get everybody caught up here a little bit. Johnny Roseboro, Jim Lefevre, Dick Trzaskowski is up. Here is the pitch to Roseboro. He fouled out his first time. 43. And Marichal struck him out for his 6th strikeout of the game. Due up will be Jim Lefevre. Jim Lefevre flew out to our center fielder his first time. Here is the pitch. 23. And he hits it out towards right field. Wait for it to come on down. Will be our right fielder, Jesus Alou, and he makes the catch. We have 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Marichal's throwing a brilliant game right now. Here is the pitch. 22, yeah, open my big mouth. Oh, I got a break. Dick Trzaskowski hits it out deep towards center field, heading back towards the warning track is Willie Mays. He gets around, turns around, makes the play. He's not trying to repeat 1954, and he makes the out. We have 3 down, another 1-2-3 inning for the San Francisco Giants. At the end of 5, it is a 1-0 game. Real quick, let's see if we can get some lineups here for see what's going on here. Let's look at the box score real quick. Juan Marichal has 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, only get up 1 hit in his 5 innings thrown. Don Drysdale has given up 1 run on 3 hits. It was a home run to Jim Ray Hart, and he has struck out 4. It's been clean baseball by both teams. And let's get back to our ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. We will Stop again in the middle just to have a good time. What else is new? The batter up is Hal Lanier, Willie Mays, and Willie McCovey. Here is the pitch. 64, and Hal Lanier hits it out towards our right fielder. Ron Fairley is chasing it down the line. He makes the one-handed grab. We have 2 down. 1 down here at the top 6. I lied. 2 up is Willie Mays. Willie Mays popped up weakly to Parker in the first and got an infield hit in the 4th. Here is the pitch. 52. And he hits towards our third base. Drysdale reaches out, makes the play over the bag, and fires over towards first. Nails him on the bounce. And Parker's able to get it right there, chest high. Nice bounce throw by Drysdale. It is a second out. Call that 5-3 is what it will look like on the box score, but if you got to see the play, you were doing well. If you really got to see the play, we're both doing well. William McCovey, my cat's doing it. He's seeing Jerry Garcia right now. I can't find him. William McCovey is up. He is 0 for 2. He has grounded to the shortstop and fouled out to Johnny Roseburg. Here's the pitch. And 11. And William McCovey hit it. He's hitting it deep out towards right field, and it's long, long gone. The Giants had their second home run of the game and their second run of the game. William McCovey has just hit his 5th home run of the season. He is right behind Willie Mays in that category. The Giants can hit. They just have, as you can see by the box score, they've only got 4 hits the entire game. Marichal still has this tight run support for Marichal. He's not out of this yet. Jesus Lewis coming to bat. He has popped up to the second baseman and grounded to the second baseman. Here is the pitch. 24, and he hits it out deep to center field, waiting for it to come on down. Will be Willie Davis. He does make the catch, and that is 3 down. But the Giants score the second run of the game on another home run. This one by Willie McCovey. Coming to bat for the LA Dodgers will be Don Drysdale, Maury Wills, and Wes Parker. Oh, yeah, that was the year that he hit 40. First shortstop in a long time to do that. Or actually back then he had I think that was the record. He hit 40. Yastrzemski hit 40. And I think somebody else hit 30. I like Stretch. And I'm so glad that they named that area over there McCovey's Cove. I love that name. I don't care. I love watching if San Francisco's on TV, I'm there. I really am. Love the game immensely. It's one of my favorite games. By the way, for real in this game, for the real game, it was played at Dodger Stadium on a Thursday night game. 30,000 people showed up on the grass. The final score of this game was the LA Dodgers 2, the San Francisco Giants 1. And it was won. Let me see what inning it was won in. The 6th inning. Okay, I've got their running play right here. And in the bottom of the 6th inning, Tommy Davis got a base hit off of Juan Marichal, who and Maury Wills scored. Maury Wills scored after he stole 2 bases because of Marichal's high kick. Remember that high kick cost for Juan Marichal probably more stolen bases than anybody. Okay. Now, I have a trivia question. For anybody who watches this while I get done, hopefully anybody else is here, I have my trivia question. And this sort of involves sports. Don Drysdale did a commercial in early 1960s, 1965 or 1966. Because at about that time, he was accused of throwing a grease ball. What was the commercial that he proved everybody wrong? And I will give you the name of the product at the end of the 8th inning. If anybody can think of it. No looking in YouTube to find it. I know it's in there. Due up for the LA Dodgers is Don Drysdale himself. Here is the pitch. It is an 11. Don Drysdale hits it out over the first base's head past McCovey's going down the line. It's a fair ball. Heads out towards the foul side of the house. Jesus has to catch up. Drysdale is on his horse. And he has his second hit of the game. Second hit for the Dodgers. He's the one that's hitting. A double for Don Drysdale here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up is Maury Wills. There is no out. And they're going to bunt. See, 13. And Wills is walked instead. We have runners on first and second for the LA Dodgers. It's the first threat of the game for the Dodgers. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Wes Parker's coming up to bat. Here is the pitch. 26. And he is struck out for the 3rd time in the game by Juan Marichal. Due up is Willie Davis. Willie Davis is batting .283 now. Runners around first and second. He struck out his last time at bat in the 4th inning. Here is the pitch to Davis. 23, and he hits it out towards right field, shallow right field. Able to come on in to reach for it is Jesus Lou. Too close for Drysdale to run, so he will stay at the bag. Tommy Davis is due up the bat. Tommy Davis today is also 0 for 2, struck out and ground out. Let's see if he can finally get a hit. Here we go. It's a 22. That is going to be a hit. And Tommy Davis hits it out towards left field. Going that way will be Matty Alou. Drysdale was on the run. He's going to come in to score. Maury Wills will take 3rd. And Tommy Davis stays on first. And the Dodgers have scored their first run of the game by, of all people, the pitcher. Runners are on first and 3rd. That's the 3rd hit of the game for the Dodgers. And due up will be Ron Fairley. 2-away here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Here is the pitch. 24. And Marichal strikes out Fairley for the 2nd time to end the inning, but the Dodgers get their first run of the game. There was 1 run on 2 hits, 2 runs left at base at the end of 6. It's the San Francisco Giants, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The LA Dodgers, 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. Due up for the San Francisco Giants will be Jim Ray Hart, Tom Haller, and Jose Pagan. Jim Ray Hart is 2 for 2 today. He has a base. He has an infield. Let's see what he got. Yep, he has a base hit, an infield hit. And he hit the home run in the 2nd inning for the Giants. Here is the pitch. I was right. It was his 4th home run. Here is the pitch. It is an 11. And he hits that over the 3rd baseman's head. And that is dropping down the line. Chasing it down will be our left fielder, Tommy Davis, who is not the fastest man in the world anymore. And Jim Ray Hart will crawl into second base with a double, his 3rd hit of the game. He is 3 for 3. Tom Haller will be our batter. And as I said, I got to try to play the game fair, so we're going to let him try to bunt Jim Ray Hart over towards 3rd. Here is the pitch to Haller. 23. And he hits a beauty bunt, drops right in front of Drysdale. Drysdale has to come on out, grab it up. Hart is already at 3rd. So he fires the first 2, get Haller out, and it's a sacrifice hit for Haller. Hart will take 3rd base. Coming up to bat will be Jose Pagan. Jose Pagan today is 0 for 2, but he's got a chance to redeem himself to give the Giants a 3rd run of the game. Here is the pitch. 31. And he hits it out deep towards center field. Is it going to be far enough back? It's heading out towards the warning track. He does make the play. It is far enough back. And Jim Ray Hart will come into score. It'll be his 2nd run of the game. It is a sacrifice fly for Jose Pagan. There is 2 down, and the Giants have their 3rd run of the game on a beautiful sacrifice fly by Jose Pagan. Coming to bat is Juan Marichal. Juan Marichal is 0 for 2 today. He struck out and grounded out. Here is the pitch to Marichal. 24. And Drysdale has struck out Marichal for the 2nd time this game. But the Giants get another run. 1 hit. Nobody left on base at the end of 6.5. It is the San Francisco Giants 3, the Dodgers 1. And let us sing our song. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And yeah, I used to play that on piano too, by the way. I play piano. Do the bat for the Dodgers. It's Johnny Roseboro, Jim Lefevre, and Dick Tracewski. That was fun. I give you a clue, Alice. The other one. You all give a clue to. It's the other one. Due up is Johnny Roseboro. He is 0 for 2, struck out and fouled out. And here is a 41 to Johnny Roseboro. Marichal is still on the mound. Johnny Roseboro hits towards our shortstop, Jose Pagan, who just finished up that great inning, and he fires over towards first for the play. We have one down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jim Lefevre has flown out to left, right, flown out to center, and as I like to get around, let's see if there's a possibility he can always get the hat trick. Here is the pitch. 46. And no, Marichal does better. He strikes him out. That is Marichal's 9th strikeout of the game. Coming to bat will be Dick Tracewski. He is 0 for 2 today. And here is the pitch. 21. And he hits it towards left field. Waiting for it to come on down is Marichal. And if I'm looking at my scorecard right, that is the first flyout over there. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the San Francisco Giants. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 7 innings. It is the San Francisco Giants 3, the LA Dodgers 1. Due up for the Giants will be the very Matty Alou, Hal Lanier, and Willie Mays to say, hey, kid. Matty Alou, one of 3 brothers who has played in this game. His brother Philippe is with the Houston Astros right now in 1965. Matty Alou today, though, is 0 for 3. Here is the pitch. 46. And Matty Alou hits it towards Maury Wills. Maury Wills is able to scarf it up there, and he makes the play. He is still into this game. And that is one down here in the top of the 8th inning. Due up will be Hal Lanier. Hal Lanier is also 0 for 3. He has reached, though, on an error in the 4th inning, flown out and struck out. Here is the pitch by Drysdale. It is a 23, and Hal Lanier hits it towards our second baseman. Lefevre is able to scarf, gets over there, and he makes the play. Due up here will be Willie Mays. Willie Mays is 1 for 3 today. Got an infield hit in the 4th. Fouled out and grounded out. Here is the pitch. 26. And he hits it out towards deep left field. He's trying to get over, trying to see if he can jack it out of there. He got a little in a hurry. He got under it just a little bit. Tommy Davis is able to step back, makes the play, and so 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. At the end of 7.5 innings, it is San Francisco 3, the LA Dodgers 1. Due up is Don Drysdale, Maury Wills, and Wes Parker. The question asked now is Don Drysdale is 2 for 2. He has 2 of the 3 Dodger hits. Do we want to keep him in the game? Is the question to ask. And I'll tell you what, I will take your opinion. Here you go. Al, need some help here. What do you think? It's the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-1 San Francisco. Do I keep Drysdale in the game? He is due up to bat. He is 2 for 2 today. The way the dice are playing for me, so it's a good question because Drysdale was a hitter. He's like Earl Wilson. He's done. They brought in to pinch hit. Oral Hershiser was another one for the Dodgers. They brought him in to pinch hit. It's a good question to ask. Oh God. Oh. Let me see if I can pop this in real quick. Poor spelling, sorry, Al. No, wait, I'll give him a minute. Let's see what you think. I want to keep him in because I do. If right now the way I'm throwing is 2 for 2, and he's not throwing a bad game. Yeah, I know. I think he should hit. I mean, he's pitching a brilliant game. He really is. Let's see what I got here for the Dodgers. Hold on. Pinch hitters are Willie Crawford, Jeff Tolberg, Wally Moon, John Kennedy, Al Ferrara, Hector Vale, Dick Smith. I don't have don't have much of a. And a lot of these guys didn't play much stuff for Jeff Torberg. He was a relief catcher. He hit, if he had on-base percentage 290, his slugging percentage 347, so he can hit. John Kennedy only hit 243. Willie Crawford back then, whoever he was this outfielder. Fast outfielder, though. I'll give him that much. Al Ferrara was another outfielder. He hit 297, but basically all base hits. You know? Not much of a... Not much at all. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I've got pitchers who could hit better. A lot of teams don't. Hi, Beat. Well, back then in the 20s, the pitchers could hit. They had to. Relievers weren't known for it. All right, I'm going to take the chance. It's a 3-1 game. It's a real tight one going here. I like it, so I'm going to keep him in the game because it is. He's only given up 5 hits. He struck out 5. He hasn't even given up a walk yet. I mean, I got a brilliant pitcher's duel going here. Just happens to be he's there. Hi, Beat. I'm going to keep him in. I'm going to take that chance. I know it's going to sound weird. Let's get back to the game. Drysdale, let's do up the bet. Al thinks he won't go 3 for 3, and I had that sort of that doubt too, but here we go. Let's see what happens. You never know. It's a 12. He has a chance. No, it's not. It's a strikeout. Marichal finally struck out Drysdale. Good call, Al. I wish I would have listened to you. It's the 10th strikeout, though, for Juan Marichal. Due up is Maury Wills. Maury Wills so far today is 0 for 2 with a walk. And he reached third base, could not score. Here is the pitch. It is a 64. And Juan Marichal has struck out Maury Wills for his 11th strikeout of the game. Wes Park is up to bat. He is 0 for 3. He has been horse-collared all 3 times. Here is the pitch. It is a 16. And he hits it towards our shortstop, Jose Pagan. Pagan makes the play, and we have 3 down. At the end of 8 innings, it is the San Francisco Giants 3, the LA Dodgers 1. Juan Marichal has struck out 11 this game. That is the thing. He's only walked 2. In my 1978 season, I think I still have it alive, though. I may start over again because I'm starting to build up seasons here in this game. That's how much I like this game. I mean, we all have our favorites, guys. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to criticize or nothing. We all have our favorite games. This is mine. I like the way it's playing, even though it's, you know, it's not what we expected. They are trying to work on giving a little bit more play, not so much play-by-play, but more graphics for us to play with. I know I've talked to Cyrus about it. Push it just a little bit more towards APA. And we'll go Appa's PC game anyway, not the obviously the board game. Don't ever want to replace board games. God no. And but I like it. It's got weird plays. I just did a game that I just had a 4-2-5 rundown off a base hit the Orioles game I just had. Running with they tried to go second base. They threw the ball to second, fired back to the catcher, threw to third base for the out. I love that. I've had triple plays. I've had a ground ball 5-5-3 with third baseman steps on the back, fires first for the double play. I mean, I like that. This does this plays. I like Digital Diamond, but it don't do this. So, okay, batter up. Willie McCovey, Jesus Alou, and Jim Ray Hart. Willie McCovey just smacked his 5th home run of the season in the 6th inning. Here is the pitch in the top of the 9th. 56, and Don Drysdale, that is his first walk of the game. 2, Willie McCovey. Not a bad person to walk. Jesus Alou is 0 for 3 today. He has grounded out, popped out, and flown out. Here is the pitch to Alou. Drysdale is starting to get on a little bit on the tired side, and Jesus hits it towards our shortstop Lefevre. Fires to the easy play to short to a Wills. Wills fires first, not in time. Jesus Alou will get first base on the fielder's choice. Willie McCovey is out 4-6. Due up to bat is Jim Ray Hart. Jim Ray Hart is. There we go. Come on, get out of there. There we go. All right, come on. There we go. Okay, there we go. I had to do that real quick, guys. Sorry about that. Jim Rayhart is 3 for 3 today for the San Francisco Giants. He is a triple away from the cycle. Here's the pitch. 25. And, okay, try that again. 25, guys. Let's go. There we go. And he has hit it. Gotten our base hit, and he flew it out towards left center field. Jesus Lou's on his horse, and he is a fast runner. He will get third base. Willie Davis gets it back in. Jay Rayhart will take first. Runners around first and third. Don Drysdale is truly tired. He has reached the bottom rating right now. He has thrown a brilliant game, pitched 8 in the third innings. We are going to end up relieving him. Could have done it earlier. And we will bring in, I've got Bob Miller and I've got Ron Peronowski. We will bring in Bob Miller to throw. Bob Miller so far this season has been in 4 games. He has been in 5 2/3 innings, given up 2 runs on 3 hits. He has a walk, has an ERA of 3.18. Struck out 2. He has his first game was his only terror one. Otherwise, he's done quite well. So Bob Miller will come in to pitch for Don Drysdale here in the finish up in the top 9th inning for Drysdale. Runs around first and third. The infield will be in. Here is the pitch. Get out of there. I already played my golf games tonight. Here is the pitch. Ah, it's a foul ball. Try it again. That is a 53. And Haller hits towards our third baseman. Dick Trzaskowski gets through his gloves and just gets past him towards the grass. Jesus Lou is coming in to score. Jim Rayhart will take third on this one here, and Tom Haller will take first on the error by Dick Trzaskowski. So a poor play as Trzaskowski tried to get it back over towards first base to at least get one of the outs, and it just didn't work. So Haller's on with an E5. Jim Rayhart's at third. Tom Haller's at first. There's only one down here on the error. That run will be charged to Drysdale. Here is the pitch. It is a 62-2 Jose Pagan. And Jose Pagan hits the fielder's choice. Hits the towards second base. Lefevre fires it into home. Makes the play. And Pagan will take first on the fielder's choice. Hart is out 4-2. Great call by Jim Lefevre. The infield was in. We have 2 down here. That's another fielder's choice right there. Okay. And the batter will be Juan Marichal. Bob Miller is up so far. He has got the one out there. Great play by Jim Lefevre. Very smart play by Jim Lefevre here in the game. Here is the pitch. 63. And Juan Marichal flies out to our right fielder, Ron Fairley, who makes the play. Giants did get 1 run on an error. There were only 1 hit. And there were 2 runners left on base at the end of 8.5 innings. It is the San Francisco Giants 4, the LA Dodgers 1. Al, you were right. I do apologize. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of you guys like the 1922 team. A lot of people that I deal with, and all my games go, by the way, all my games when I'm done, I do my thing, and then you guys see my scoreboard, which is the text file. I copy and paste it into Delphi forms. I'm in Skeetersoft ink. I'm the one that just says Clint, and I believe this is 1965 replay. Every game I've done in NP3 for 1965 has been put on file. So if anybody wants to go look, about every 2 weeks in the league, and I'm just getting done with the first month, very generally, but every 2 weeks in the league, I will put the standings in there, and at least the National League or the American League batting runs, and at the end of the month, which will be, I've got the 30th left to go, I will put in all the statistics for the month of April, which includes, I've got 2 sets for batters, 2 sets for pitchers, each league, and that way they're always available for viewing. I know it's a plug for Skeetersoft, but it's where it's at. They're in the Delphi forum. I did post something in Delphi forum for Digital Diamond, but they weren't real happy with me because I gave them their scorecard, their box score. Then I dropped one of Skeetersoft's on there and said, this one's better. And I'm trying to get Digital Diamond to pick this up. Because the box score I use for Skeetersoft is the one with all the fielding plays too. Because I know Beatles is a fan of defense also. We both got Pete, we got to pick up American football. You know that? Not FIFA. We got to pick up American football. We both got to learn to play it. Al could teach us. 2 up 4. The LA Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th inning. Juan Marichal is going for the complete game. Will be Willie Davis, Tommy Davis, and Ron Fairley. Juan Marichal is pitching a gem. He has given up 3 hits in 8 innings, 2 walks, struck out 11. Willie Davis is one of his victims. Willie Davis flew out to right field the last time up. Here is the pitch. It is a 14. And he hits it towards left field. Waiting for it to come on down is Marichal. That is 1 down. Due up the bat will be Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis so far is 1 for 3. He reached out a base hit in the 6th inning. Moved Maury Wills to 3rd. That's where they both got stuck. Here's the pitch. 56, and he hits a weak pop-up to our shortstop very easily. Jose Peg is going to grab this one here. Brings up Ron Fairley. Ron Fairley today is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice and walked. One of only 2 Juan Marichal walks. Here is the pitch. And 43. And Juan Marichal struck out Ron Fairley for his 12th strikeout to end the game. That is the game, and the Giants win this one here 4-1. Great baseball game. Played the first honest pitcher's duel I've been able to give you guys, because every time I try to do a pitcher's duel with 2 great pitchers, it turns into an 8-7 blast. I like these games better. All right, give me my time here, as I always ask, the 30 seconds, and I will get you guys a good box score for everybody we can look at. The 29th is as I'm at. This is the 3rd game of the 29th. I have 1 more to go. And I will finish up the 29th for the evening. We'll save this one here. Bob Miller gets no credit because he didn't get the save. So let me put my data up here real quick. This is nice. I like it. All right. This is better. So let me bring this up for you guys. Hold on. Let me get into my window capture here. I believe is where I need to go. And there we go. Okay. Guys, can everybody see this? Because I cannot make it any bigger. That's the one thing I cannot do. So can everybody see this? Actually, I can. That's the best I can do from there. And let me see if I can bring it up. There we go. Hopefully you can read that, guys. I hope you can. I like doing it this way. I was told by Pete, this is probably an excellent way of doing this. And I can read it here. Okay. Al, because you taught me this with one of your other games, and I want to say it was probably Action PC, you showed this to me, and I said, okay, I like the idea. Let's do the pitching first. So, for the LA Dodgers, Don Drysdale did go 8 in the 3rd innings. He gave up 4 runs, only 3 were earned. He did give up 2 home runs, 1 to Jim Rehart in the 2nd and 1 to Willie McCovey in the 6th. They were his 4th and 5th home runs that he has given up this season for the National League. The Dodgers, neither the Dodgers nor the Giants had a double play, which is a rarity in a lot of my games. I have a lot of double plays that go on. I do enjoy watching them. Maury Wills had 1 error. Dick Tracewski had 1 error. For the San Francisco Giants, Juan Marichal went the distance. 1 run, 3 hits. He walked 2, struck out 12. A brilliant, brilliant game. You guys watched me throw them. I don't cheat. That's the one thing I refuse to do. So you can know this is not edited, as you can tell by my camera here. By the way, these are my brand new dice. I chipped the other ones, my brown and white ones. I chipped them badly, so I got me some new ones. And I like them. They're very good. They'll play if they chip. I got 48 more. Batting-wise, the only multiple hitter for the LA Dodgers was Don Drysdale. He got his first double of the game. He scored the only run for the Dodgers. And he was caught striking out. Tommy Davis got the RBI. That was his 3rd of the season. He is now batting a whopping 196. As you can tell, these are the pitching. These are the hit. Don Drysdale is the leading hitter of the game. Probably of the Dodgers too, 357. Wes Parker went down to 211. Don Drysdale was his first double of the season. Dick Tracewski had his 3rd error. Maury Wills had his 3rd error. The Dodgers left 4. What 4 they had, they could not take advantage of. But the Giants weren't much better. They only got 6 hits themselves. By the way, the defensive gem of the game was Wes Parker. He had 12. Putouts 4 fielding for the Dodgers. Johnny Roseboro had 7, so 19 of the 27. Basically, 2/3 of the putouts were done by Wes Parker and Johnny Roseboro. And Al, if you guys ever play in Fantasy League Baseball, about 2 years ago I played in a Fantasy League Baseball in ESPN. They counted the putouts and the assists. So, and they had a ton of players. They allowed you like 3 utility players and 2 catchers. And my 3 utility players were all first basemen. I took 2 catchers, and I made sure they were from teams whose pitchers were striking out people. I won. I took all 24 weeks. I did not lose a week. I beat everybody. God, were they pissed. Anyway, for the Giants, multiple hitters. Only one, again, Jimmy Hart. He went 4 for 4. Had a perfect game. He is now batting .289, so he did raise his average. He had a double and a home run. Like I said, he was just shy of the triple for the cycle. Did get an RBI off his home run. Will McCovey also got an RBI off his home run. They only had 3 RBIs. The other one was Jose Pagan on his sacrifice hit. Right here. Now, they don't give me the number for sacrifice hits or sacrifice flies. I can't do anything about that, and I'm not going to argue with them. I'm glad we got this far. Jimmy Hart had his 12th RBI. Will McCovey had his 12th RBI, and Jose Pagan had his 4th. McCovey's 5th home run of the season. Jimmy Hart's 4th home run of the season go along with his 2nd double. The Giants had no errors, and they left 5. Okay. Let me save this, and that way there I'll put it away. I'll put it away later. Close this. Come back to you guys, and just for you characters, because I do like you guys. You all know that. That will never change. I like everybody. I like everybody I deal with here, so I enjoy dealing with everybody. Okay, so I have my let me fix this real quick. I don't know if I got to move it over or not, but I do it anyway. Okay, my next game would be the Cardinals and Braves. Simmons versus Sadowski. I'll play that one in the black. Right now, San Francisco's now 8-7. They're 2.5 back of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The LA Dodgers are 7-7. They're 3 back. They're on a 2-game losing streak. My statistics, I do love them. In case we're going to get out of there. The batting leaders for the American League as of the 29th. I still have 400 hitters, but they'll come down. Tom Reynolds of the A's is 471. Rocky Colifield's hitting 424. Ken Berry of the Chicago White Sox has 5 home runs. He leads the American League. Now, if you remember in the American League, the leading home run hitter in 1965 was Tony C. of the Boston Red Sox. He only hit 32. Harvey Killebrew had 15 RBIs. He's leading the league, followed by Frank Howard. Alice of the Indians has 11. Rocky Califield has 11 runs scored. Will Smith of the California Angels has 18 hits, along with Tony Oliva. Slugging percentage is Norm Cash and Harmon Killebrew. For the National League, Willie Mays leads the league in home runs. He has 7. Willie Mays has 15 RBIs. Willie Stargell is in second, Pops with 13. Don Clendenin is the only 400 hitter left in the National League. He's playing with the Pirates this year. He's hitting .413. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, is 391. Kurt Flood has scored the most runs. He has 14. Bob Aspromonte of the Astros has the most hits, along with Jesus Lou of the Giants. Slugging percentage is between that's Jim Lewis of the New York Mets. He's been surprised. I've had him at 6 home runs and 12 RBIs. He's been a very, very big surprise with the way the game's been playing for me. So I'm not pleased. So I'm pleased. Now the oddball stuff. Boog Powell has the only Grand Slam home run so far this season. Yaz leads the league in doubles. Bobby Canoop leads the league in triples. Roger Maris has the most walks. Burke Campaneris has 6 stolen bases for the Oakland A's. Paul Blair's been caught the most. Don Locke of the Senators has the worst die in the league. He has given up 17. For the National League, I've yet to have a Grand Slam come out of the National League. It's been close a couple of times, by the way. I've had triples. Jimmy Wynn, the Toy Cannon, has 6, along with Don Clendenin of the Pirates. They both have 6 doubles. Roberto Clemente has 4 triples. He's just walking away from it. Willie McCovey is the toughest out. He walks. Maury Wills has the most stolen bases in the National League, followed by Lou Brock. And yes, this is what that little C does. They take care of the stolen bases for me. Am I going to get the numbers that these guys had? Probably not, but I'm going to get a whole lot of exciting plays. Dick Stewart, Dr. Strangeglove, has the worst die. He also has a 200 average, I think. Glenn Beckert has been caught the most. Pitching, and this will change a lot. Stu Miller of the Orioles, he's thrown 10 innings. I've had him in relief all the time. Has yet to give up a run. So the actual ERA leader right now is Buzzard of the White Sox. He has a .68. He also has 3 wins along with Mickey Lolich. Mickey Lolich and him are both tied with 24 strikeouts. Sudden Sam McDowell's right behind him with 23. Jim Cott has pitched 28 2/3 innings. He has the most innings with Dean Chance of the California Angels, 27. This I think it's before he ended up with the Angels. Bill Monbouquet has lost the most. He's lost 3 along with Fred Newman of the Angels. Hoyt Wilhelm, John Wyatt of the A's both have 2 saves. Keep in mind this is 65, not 67. Stu Miller has the best whip along with Gary Peters of the Chicago White Sox. A lot of these guys end up with the Red Sox down the road. I think that's totally cool. In the National League, again, that's a relief pitcher. Sandy Koufax leads the league along with Hal Woodishick, who's also a relief pitcher this year. 1.80. Juan Marichal is a 1.82. Bob Gibson, who has the evil eye. I don't care what he does. He has the look that my mother has, I swear to God. Three wins along with Jim Bunning and Larry Jackson. Juan Marichal has the most strikeouts. Now he leads the league. He just passed Don Drysdale, who's in second, 35. Gibson has 29. The National League is definitely a strikeout league. Don Drysdale and Juan Marichal are up there with the league leaders in innings pitched. Wade Blasingame of the Milwaukee Braves has lost the most. Elroy Face and Al McBean have both had the most saves. Hal Woodishick and Sandy Koufax have the lowest whip. Phil Ortega and Bill Monbouquet have allowed the most home runs. Phil Ortega just allowed 3 of them in the Baltimore Orioles game I played, even though they're all singleton home runs. Buzzard has 2 complete games along with Dean Chance. Stu Miller, Hal Renniff of the Yankees. Most of these guys are relievers, and Rudy May have the lowest batting average. For a starter, it's Dave McNally of the Baltimore Orioles. It's a 171 average against him. Blown saves, I don't really count them. I've got 5 shutouts so far this season in the American League, and Dyram of the Senators and Pete Reichard of the Senators both have the most walks. Over on the other side, Larry Jackson of the Cubs, who has really a decent record and a lot of other things, also has given up 6 home runs. He gives up the right time. So those are Jim Bunning. Juan Marichal and Stu Ellis have the most complete games. That's Jeff Jay of the Cincinnati Reds. He's a starter. 1.29 batting average along with Sandy Koufax. National League's a tough league to hit. I've had 5 shutouts in the National League. Bob Veal of the Pittsburgh Pirates and Chris Short have allowed the most walks. And, of course, again, like I said, who cares about the other Humahama? What I do have here is fielding stats. I can get them all the time. Okay? And that's not a problem. And I can even get them by position. So I've got everybody. You name it, I've got it. Pass balls, I've only had 2 pass balls the entire game for the American League. That's all I've had is 2 pass balls. Pitching wise, oh yeah, at least 9 innings pitched. And I don't have wild pitch in here. I should. I wish I did. It's the only thing I'm missing. Hit batters though, oh yeah, I've got them. I like it. That's Earl Wilson on top, by the way. He is Mr. Intimidator. Look at his whip, 1.08. He's not even the top 10. He has a 198 batting average against him. I love this game. I really do, guys. I have, like I said, I won't argue with you guys at all. Anyway. Yeah, he would have. Matter of fact, if you think about it, my next purchase in here, I just picked up 1961 in here too. But I want to grab 1968. I want the year of the pitcher. Now I've got 1968 in digital diamond. I haven't started yet because I'm trying to work my way up. It'll be a while before I get up there. Oh, Rube Waddle. I like Rube Waddle. Yeah, Rube Waddle. No, you want to know who Bill Lee reminds me of? Beats Lefty Grove. Lefty Grove was a flake. Lefty Grove, in the middle of a baseball game when he was pitching for Philadelphia, heard the fire engines and ran. 68. I think 68 for a lot of us would be a great time. because it is the year of the pitcher. 67 because of the Miracle Red Sox, obviously. Yeah, he did. I have 68 for Digital Diamond. I'm going to pick it up for this game here. I wonder if the dice will play with the same way. I think it's fantastic. 1956, by the way, is another year. If everybody really wants to look at it, they call it the year of transition. It was in 1956. That's one of the few leagues I still have it in here that I play. You're not going to get a whole lot of stolen bases. You're going to get some decent home run power, but you're not going to get heavy home run power like you see nowadays. You're going to get good pitching, but not great pitching. Same thing with the relief corps. They were just starting to figure out they needed relievers. Just getting started, so it was very brand new for them in 56. Otherwise, you just took the nearest guy and go, here, you throw. So you saw a lot of starters throw relief. Yeah. But I found that if you had 1956, it also was a good year. Weird year, too. It's also, let me think. It's Don Larson's no-hitter. Milwaukee was just starting to put a team together, a real team together, before they ended up going to Atlanta. But they put a hell of a team together when they took to. Remember, they won 1957 or 1958. Dodgers, the Hitless Wonders won against the Dodgers. Dodgers won 4-2. The 50s were a weird year. 60s was different, but yeah. And then of course the 70s. And I still got a big frown for you. I'll bring in the designated hitter on the 1960s National League and the 1920s Yankees. Ugh. Yuck. Yeah, the Dodgers split with the Yankees, but in 1959, they were in the World Series against the White Sox. Anyway, let me show you my other funny stat. I think you'll find this. Now remember, I have to play this game with completely on my own dice. Let me show you guys. Let me show you something real quick in here, if you guys don't mind. This is the league. This is the American League batting. Okay, the league average is 246. Okay, nobody is beating it up. The high team is the Cleveland Indians with a 282 batting average. The Baltimore Orioles have hit the most home runs. And I've had 61 stolen bases. You can see I've not had bad. Okay. There's where our sacrifice hits, our sacrifice flies are, and I'm getting a lot of them. So we do play the game well. But that is the league batting average. The New York Yankees has one of the worst averages. They're batting at 219. That's not done on purpose, guys. That's the way the dice are throwing. But the 1965 Yankees, you remember, almost finished dead last. Our beloveds are 251. Okay? Decent home run power. Pitching's killing them. The ERA average is 3.68. I think that's not bad. The Chicago White Sox lead with a 2.18. They are one earned run ahead of everybody. And they're playing like that, too. The way the dice are throwing, they're doing brilliantly. Our beloveds, by the way, Al, are at 387. They're pretty much in the middle. They're close. Them the Twins. I've gotten 2 complete games out of them. I've gotten 3 saves out of them, so I'm not bad. So I'm not going to complain. Over the National League, though. The league average is 239, so, I mean, it's even worse. The St. Louis Cardinals lead with a 259 batting average. This is the National League. I love it. This is the way the game's being played. My Giants are only batting 235. New York Mets are the lowest to 202. They still managed to win 2 games. And pitching-wise, the ERA is 3.53, but the ERA total is close. It's very, very steady. I mean, there's not even a point separating the first 8 teams until you get down to the Cubs. And they've given up 17 gopher balls. The Atlanta Braves are getting no respect. They're losing like 5 runs a game. I've had some games with those guys. I really have. And even then, the batting average against them is only 269. This is the batting average against them. It's another thing to look out at. Okay, the best pitching team is the Dodgers. They've only given their batting average is 205, but they're only a 500 club. That's the way the game's been going. The Pirates I have is 8 saves. I have not been lucky to get a complete game out of them. Cincinnati Reds, it's all day long. Go figure. Okay? The San Francisco Giants have the most strikeouts. But don't fall them short. It's a long season. I've only gotten 14, 15 games done so far. But this has been great. By watching you guys, I got back into this game, Al. By watching you and a few others. Yep. Oh yeah, it was the White Sox 1906. But I want to thank you, Al, Jester. Yeah, he's got to get back into baseball. I miss watching his baseball games. You, Jester, Eric over at Higher Ground Gaming. I do miss his stuff too. I love watching his stuff. You three guys, Strat, who does even though he does board and dice. You guys got me back into this. I was watching you guys. I liked it. I enjoy doing this one. I love Digital Diamond. I have more fun with that one. Yeah, I know he is. I know, but I'm not going to yell at him for it. I do miss him doing Bo Jackson though. That was fun. I love teasing him. So it's like teasing. It's you. You're doing Carl Yastrzemski's 1961, aren't you? His rookie year. Is it you I'm teasing about that, or is it Eric? It's Eric. It's Eric. Eric over at High Ground Gaming. I tease him because I said he's got to send down Carl Yastrzemski. I like what's going on. I'm liking your action, PC. Strat's looking good. But the dice, I say, I like you play with the dice. It's weird, but it's fun. Because you have to work it out. And you actually, if you, at the same time, I know when you're throwing dice, you can get the thing back into your head. Yes. And I've enjoyed that, though they don't look like they're going to make 500. Looking forward to seeing more of your seasons up, though. Looking forward to seeing 2018. I have sort of slowly started the 1968 season. I just got to remember how to get the game so I can start to play. I'm still using 18, by the way, so no disrespect, guys. I'm still playing out of the park 18. I'm going to play the 1968 season. I took the St. Louis Cardinals as my team. So we'll go from there, and hopefully I got it set up right for retro. I'm just playing the manager, so hopefully I've got it set up right. And I'm going to start. I'll play the Cardinal game. So obviously, I'm not allowed one team, though. I would like to play the Reds. If I could play a few of the other games without having to worry about it, I will. I want to thank you guys. Anybody else who comes on in, I want to thank you very, very much. The O's you may not be so bad with. Not 1960. The O's, unless they've got your number, they weren't that good. They were good, but not great. And they still had a pitching issue. Plus, they had a bad ballpark. I hated Memorial Stadium. I've been there. I watched the Red Sox doubleheader there. I watched Earl Weaver get thrown out. But the best part of watching Memorial Stadium, I got to see the tomato plants that they had. You guys take care, everybody. Beatles, it was a pleasure seeing you again. Al, you take care. Thumbs ups are always welcome. And as always, for anybody who watches my games, please, comments and constructive criticism are always welcome in my games. You guys take care. Thanks a lot, and I will try to get back on either tomorrow or Thursday. Depends how tired I am, guys. I just get tired these days. I do apologize. Take care, everybody. Have a ball.